Hello and welcome to another Near Running Cast. As always, my name's Johno, and I'm joined once again by Joey. How's it going, Joey?
Not too bad.
So we're into the second taster game from the Swiss, the Reading Store Championship, which took place in February. And on the left-hand side, we have Brighton's Laurie Poulter playing ETF. And on the right-hand side, we have Oxford's Brendan Jackson playing Leela.
Juggernauts of the UK meta.
Yeah. So both these guys are very good players, playing at the highest level. Including top table in round, whatever this was, I've already forgotten. 3, thank you, of the Swiss at the prestigious Reading Store Championship.
Yeah, 52 players, Store Championship. That's the third biggest Store Champs in the UK this year.
Yes, we lost that to
possibly
Brighton.
the third biggest Store Champ in the world ever.
I think it is. Well, yeah, I think it is. I don't know if
There might have been.
It may not be, yeah, because we had ours very early.
Pretty up there.
So Brighton was 55 and London was 79, 77 or something. Yeah, crazy. We've got ETF. Laurie's playing ETF. He's playing against Leela. What? As we see a Viper, which is an interesting include.
Not an architect.
It's not an architect, and this is possibly a side effect of Post Most Wanted. You've got to find some.
Yeah, this wouldn't have been in his deck the week before this, so that is interesting, and it punishes for checking, right? So.
Yeah, Codegate's also quite annoying for criminals. I have learned this, having recently played quite a lot of Leela.
That Viper.
Oh, that is an architect though. There we go.
God, that's terrible for.
So, bit of confusion about how much money he had because the dice was there and not the ID and whatever. But Architect's going to fire. Although he did bankrupt himself to res the Architect.
He's going to get credit now.
Still worth it.
Yeah, totally worth it.
Yeah.
Viper's interesting. So it's the same cost as Enigma, but it is 2 higher strength.
And it's traces for what it's worth. So it's not necessarily end the run, but it can tax. It's good. Tax is better.
But that's fine. I think it's probably distinctly better than Enigma.
It's also on HQ, which means if you're getting siphoned, you can just put the money in a trace for a laugh.
Yeah. Unless they're breaking the subroutine.
Yeah. He's also got 2 res pieces of ice against Leela, which is pretty good. One of the most important things that I've learned playing as Leela is that you want to manage what they can res and when.
Yeah.
You
can bounce.
I mean, you probably pack emergency shutdowns.
It was an interesting choice for Brendan to go check. I think maybe he's played me too much. You just expect next everywhere. Like it's just next. It's always next.
As Leela, I often find that you want to get an early steal, so you want to get early accesses, and I feel like he was checking our HQ to force a res, and then hoping that he could not then res an R&D. And he'd get a free access on
do the other way around because you want to siphon or something, or
maybe. It depends. I mean, he may have R&D interfaces. He might be pressuring more R&D.
That was a bad turn for Brendan.
I don't know.
First turn. I don't know.
He did fire an architect. That I agree. That was bad.
Yeah.
Seeing the Viper res isn't that bad. He got security testing. He's got fairy, so he can,
check R&D once.
Yeah. Well, or not hit an architect again. He also has identified 1 piece of influence that Laurie spent, I suppose. That's important to know as well.
Or he has lost, not spent.
He's
lost 1 piece of influence. It's very different, Jono. Makes a huge difference because if he's put 15 most wanted list cards in his deck, then maybe that architect cost him no influence at all.
Yeah, you're right. That's hard to do.
I don't think that's possible.
Okay.
Seeing as 3 Arastro script, that's.
So he's Laurie has installed Brendan installed a bank job and tried to check the remote again, but Laurie resed a Turing this time to stop him using the bank job. Seems fair. More res dice as well. Desperado.
So he's got So Laurie really needs to ice up archives to shut the economy down, right?
Yeah.
This is those situations where I'm always sitting there with team sponsorships in hand, being really sad because I'm like I can't install them because.
I would definitely consider icing archives.
Yeah.
Having been in Leela's position here, where you're praying that at least 1 server stays open for the whole game.
Yeah, with security testing and Desperado, it gets quite silly.
Having said that, it looks like he's somewhat short of ice. In fact, it looks like he's got a bunch of agendas in hand. I saw at least a food and I think it's a Vitruvius. Jackson will help though. He's going to take credit and throw some stuff away. Security testing on Jackson so that he can force the Jackson use makes sense.
Why not security test on archives and run the Jackson?
Or indeed security test on archives and run the archives twice.
Yeah.
For instance.
Because Brendan still wants 3 credits for a click.
Yeah.
So he gets a credit for that, what he's just done now. So he got rid of the Jackson and got a credit for 1 click, which is good.
Yeah.
But it means he has lost his ability now to click for 3 credits.
I mean, he's not... For 1 turn, it's not that bad. Okay, Cloak. Right, this is interesting.
Yeah, this
so
is
where
Brendan
Cloak
Leela.
comes, Stealth follows. So this suggests we have a Stealth rig. Now, Stealth Andy was a thing for a while.
Yep.
And it's good in Andy because you can get set up very quickly. 9 cards starting hand means you're going to get your silencers, things like that, early.
Is the reason it's good in Criminal just because you've got the best Stealth Sentry Breaker?
Switchblade is very good.
But also
And
the
normally
security testing economy of turning my current credits into real credits. Is that why it works?
That's it. Interesting.
I'm so not a criminal that I
can't. I have done a lot of stealth in Shaper, so security testing wasn't really a thing. But that is a fair point. If you can, I feel like if you've got nothing left to do and you want to stealth your way into an iced security testing remote, all right. It seems fair. You're going to get 3 credits out of it if you're only spending cloaks and stuff and silencers. Then seems fair.
So he uses Refractor to get through Turing, which Turing is very sad about Refractor, right? It's 1 credit and 1 recurring credit.
Yeah, it's 1 stealth and 1 normal credit. Yeah.
And Trash the Eve, which I think is probably a good.
Yeah, Turing's very well placed in a AI meta, Faust meta. But it's not very well placed in a Refractor meta.
Yeah. Which we're not in. So
which we're not really in, yeah.
So he installed 2 cards in this remote. So it's either Breaker Bay Adonis or it's Caprice or Ash and a 3 for 2. Right?
Yes.
One of those 2 things.
I agree.
It's worth 1 credit for Brendan to go check.
I agree that it is. So he's going to do that.
So is he going to raise both?
So he's going to run. Now, okay, this is relevant. He also has a bank job. So the interaction between bank job and Ash, which you're going to see raised,
is that he can get the bank job money.
He must commit to access, but he can make the decision on bank job firing after that.
Yeah.
So his last opportunity is a jack out window.
Yeah.
So
would you like to continue?
Run...
Would you like to jack out? No. Okay. Ash fires. Okay. I can only access Ash. I'll take bank job. That's totally allowed.
So we're going to see an Ash res, but no boost. So what does that mean?
So he either pays 4 and gets to see a card, or he just takes bank job.
Yeah. So he takes the bank job instead, because as I said, the bank job effect replaces an access. So he can either access just Ash or he can use bank job.
Yeah.
Seems like a fair choice.
So people always say, would you like to access?
It means would you like to jack out?
4.2, 4.1?
Yeah.
What they mean is, would you like to jack out?
Yeah, last chance to jack out. Yeah.
I find the most intricate ones happen on archives because people say, would you like to access? It's like, well, my ability to install Hades Shard and stuff, I can wait for you to decide to use Jackson, and then I replace the effect after you use Jackson with installing Hades Shard. You can, it's just would you like to jack out? They don't have to declare whether they're accessing or siphoning or whatever it is until the very last moment, which is after all paid ability windows and so on and so forth.
Yes, agree.
So he can't go in again because he's used his stealth credit.
That's true, although he did install Ghost Runner, so he's going to run again.
Okay, he is going to run again. I didn't take Ghost Runner.
Yes, he only just installed it. And Laurie doesn't boost again, so this is interesting. Brendan's got loads of money.
Yeah, well, why would you boost if you were just...
But what's next to it? Is it Caprice? No, you'd raise the Caprice. It's not Breaker Bay, you would have raised that.
It's probably an agenda.
So, he's just happy to give it up?
Well, no, he realises that if he pays, Brendan will pay, and he doesn't want to lose the money.
Okay, alright.
It's going to cost Brendan either... 4. Yeah,
so he just trashes the Ash.
So he made the right decision not boosting it. 4 was the amount that Brendan wasn't willing to pay.
Okay,
that makes sense. Because if Brendan pays 4 there, he then has to pay... It's going to cost him 7 to trash the Ash and check the remote.
Okay, so how about this?
That's a lot of money.
So on that turn, Laurie installed in the remote again and took 2 credits.
Another Ash. Was it an Ash below the Ash? Was it double Ashed?
But was it an agenda before? So yeah, we do have another Ash. I'm really confused about what that other card is what I'm saying. Because it's an agenda, why wouldn't you score it?
Because he was poor? I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
He didn't think
he's got a lot of red stuff, but okay, all right.
It's a snare, and he just wants him to pay money to see to hit into a snare.
Yes. So once again, Brendan runs it. He just trashed the Ash. He doesn't bother accessing the other thing. This was a silencer. So now we've definitely got a switchblade.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting
I think we knew we had a switchblade.
It'd be interesting to see if we've got Black Cat. Because we won't have Black Cat. We'll have
Corroder.
Best stealth fracture in the game.
Yeah. can use Cloak to buff it.
Yeah, I know, right?
And then
yeah. And Ghost Runner can pay for it as well.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yes, all right. So I expect this is the rig. It's Corroder and Refractor.
Well, I suppose I was thinking about whether you put that ice on Archives, but
yeah, maybe.
He's also sort of stopped needing real money now. He's getting to the point where you can't really stop the money because he's got enough stealth money.
So there's the Switchblade. So we're at 4 memories, so he's fine. He's also got room for Corroder, presumably. He only gets 1 MU out of Desperado, so he's only got room for 1 Cloak or Fairy or whatever. Although he's got both at the moment. No, wait, there's one for 2. Okay, so he, presumably later on he'll throw out the Fairy and have 2 Cloaks. So we're going to see an Eli, which he bounces off of because he has no Corroder. Still got that 1 card on the remote. I'd love to see what Laurie's going to do the next turn.
If it's an agenda, he certainly isn't scoring.
Because he's got let's see what he's got in hand. He's got a food and an ABT and a Vitruvius, I think. And,
I think he needs to
memories.
Score that ABT and fire it. He's behind here.
So
he had a really good start, but he's definitely fallen back a bit because
I'm not sure what the plan is here. I mean,
Brendan can get in almost everywhere, but
another sec testing target. Excellent.
Yeah, exactly. And a bank job target.
Yeah. He's in the sec testing as well.
Yeah, Brendan's has got set up, and Laurie hasn't got. He's got set up a bit, but he hasn't got Breaker Bay online. He hasn't got a. What was that? He trashed it. The thing on the remote.
Don't know. Maybe
it was a snare. He was trying to make him pay 4 credits to hit a snare. I bet. No, I don't know.
No, that's crazy. He did trash it though. You're right. So it was. Maybe it's an Adonis. He could just never bother to res.
Sure, he was just.
Or an Eve. It's probably an Eve. And he's got another Eve on the outside now. Didn't get trashed.
He was trying to make Brendan pay the 4 to access it.
Maybe.
Like you were saying, like why didn't Brendan pay for it? And Brendan obviously knew better than we did.
Yeah.
That was not worth it.
Well, it sat there for a turn unscored anyway, so you feel like it's not an agenda at that point. But yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, but the first time he ran it, he res the Ash.
Yes.
And then he took the bank job money, and then he ran it again, and then he didn't pay the Ash trash again, and he trashed the Ash.
I think it's because it wasn't boosting. Well, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to rationalise. That's all I'm trying to do. Okay, so now he's going to score ABT.
And fire it.
Do you fire? Yeah. You're behind, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
He's counting
7.
ice. He's got a lot of agendas in hand. He does not have a Jackson on the table. So let's see. Got an Enigma and an Itchy and lost something.
Nice.
Okay.
That's good. And he needs to ice Archives anyway, so one of those should go on Archives.
So would you do Itchy on R&D, Enigma on Archives? That's not great. You've got Refractor.
The thing is, it means he can't security testing the turn that he. You want to stack the code gate, so maybe you put that on the remote.
Enigma on the remote. Itchy on Archives?
Itchy on Archives?
No, I don't know. Because Itchy, you can break Itchy with a Switchblade for 2 stealth credits, so it's not great.
That means you can't run another server the turn you use your security
But I think
system.
putting Itchy over the Architect, for instance, gives you genuine questions. And he put so put the Enigma over the Viper. That kind of makes sense.
Yep.
Leela bounced some ice from R&D, which means that he needs to discard. But does that mean he throws away the ice? I mean, he's a bit full of stuff. I think he's throwing away something else. Okay.
We know that's not a Jackson bound, don't we? We know that's an Eve.
But he did not put extra ice on the remote, so he's still going to struggle to score. The fact that he put hit a GFI with his ABT, that's annoying. Extra bounces. Okay, so let's see. Sneak door. Here we go. Right, it's going to get some stuff.
Yeah, this could be.
It's classic Leela.
See, he doesn't want to bounce that Eve though, right? If he scores, because that's the Eve's the only thing he can bounce. But I think that was a mistake for Laurie to put that down in the first place, because that's given him a remote he might need late game. Because he's not going to ice that, and I don't think he's even going to res it.
He can trash it with Jackson.
Brendan's going to have to bounce it now.
True, yes, yeah. So he does indeed have to bounce it. Not Enigma takes a little walk to the wrong server. There we go.
Cheating there, Laurie.
Having regret. He's like, this really should have been on the remote.
Yeah, I should have probably put this on Archives, you know?
Alright, so that looks like Caprice he's drawn, so that's pretty good. Maybe just, what do you do? Slap down ABT Caprice and just hope?
Yeah, go
Take
again.
credit.
Yeah.
He's going to get some more. So he's going to install and take a credit. Install 2 cards, take a credit. Okay, so what do you reckon? 3-2 and a Caprice. Fisk, investment seminar.
Sneak door.
Interesting. Sneak door. Yeah, but is that good? I mean, sure, maybe even
You get
introduce more
credit for
agendas.
sneak dooring. Yeah.
He had a bunch of agendas before, though. I think it's just helped, if
That's
anything.
true.
For what it's worth, I think you do sneak door. He also didn't nominate security testing, so we're a little bit up in the air now because the server it was on no longer exists.
Yeah.
I'll sneak again.
But,
You would just put it on.
Put it on HQ. Well, no, you can't. Put it on R&D. I don't know.
Yeah, already. He's not
pick
going to run
server,
already this
yeah.
time. So HQ means it would trigger.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, I guess this is a confusing.
Yeah, so
you could have put it on archives and
I
sneak
just-
doored and still access HQ, right?
Yeah.
No, because it's the first successful run on archives. You have to trigger security testing.
But it's
you
not.
Can't let
It's
sneak door fire.
but instead, it's successful on HQ, so it's okay because it triggers.
You
because
treat
triggers
it
on
like
access.
you treat it like an
Yeah.
instance run HQ, so it doesn't. Fire,
Yes.
Right? So we could have.
I believe that is the case.
He could have put it on archives.
For what it's worth, I just if whenever I have sneak door and security testing on the table at the same time, I just avoid it altogether.
Yeah.
I can not ever be bothered. I just pick a server.
Yeah.
Pick a server I'm never going to run.
It's not HQ or
Yeah.
archives.
Yeah, just to avoid lengthy discussions with my opponent about what that means.
Yeah.
Or I just stick on archives and run archives normally and then sneak door, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because the 3 credits are useful, although, as you say,
interesting.
Brendan's kind of crossed the threshold now. He's got enough
doesn't
money
need
to
money,
set up,
no.
yeah.
No.
So
Money-
security
money's
testing is kind of pointless now.
Yeah, we noticed that he didn't use it that time. He's not even thinking about using it anymore.
No. There's another server. Could be Jackson. No. Hedge fund. He didn't score in this remote, though. So what does that mean?
It means that Brendan Fisk investmented made him have loads of cards in with trash, so he thought he'd play some
might as well
stuff.
put them down, yeah. It's still as safe. It maybe even ices up this remote.
It might
not a
also
bad
just
play.
be protection or
it's all
money.
another-
It could be money because he is poor, so it could be many things. But
What is going to be? Eves? You trash them still, right? You've got that much money. You've got Desperado. Don't know.
you definitely check them because you got Desperado.
Yeah. He still doesn't have a Corroder. So, in theory, this remote's pretty safe.
Oh no, he had a GFI in hand, didn't he?
Could have inside job, though. He's got Adonis, which he trashes. Sure. Laurie offers. He says he could use Ghost Runner to trash the Adonis. Don't do that. Put on archives. Okay. So he's not going to sneak door. It's all a silencer. Okay, so R&D interface. This is it. This is where you get the beautiful R&D pressure. So switch makes nothing out of Itchy. Thanks to 2 silencers, and Cloak and a Ghost Runner will break Architect as well.
2 cards.
So efficient. It's these 2 cards. No.
Eli, that's going to be annoying.
Ooh, Pet Project. That's interesting. An interesting choice. So why do you have Pet Project? Because it's never advance. So why?
Yeah, maybe
To make up.
he's-
Maybe you've got any 1 GFI. No, that's crazy.
maybe he's doing some fast advance. Like maybe he's got Biodex, maybe he's got 1 Sansan.
Maybe he's got 3 GFIs. What about that?
Yeah,
In his 1 point in his deck.
Laurie has run 3 GFIs before, but he didn't used to run a 1-pointer. He just went to 21 points, right? So he won 3 GFIs, 3 Vitruvius, 3.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
Beast test.
You'll
which
have.
makes sense.
You'll probably have. Yeah. You'll probably have 3 betas and 3 Vitruvius, right? Like that's pretty much auto.
Not if you're running the director now, and GFI. You're like
Yeah, and 2 GFI.
So you could
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So he could be running 3 GFI and one not only 2 Vitruvius or something, or he's just running the GFIs to drop the. He's running 2 GFIs and a Kronos or something. I don't know.
So Brendan's installed
options.
another cloak and trashed the sneak door. It's interesting because Archive's still not ice, so you think he might get some more work out of it. He does only need 1 more access to win.
So he's just waiting.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what Laurie does if he's going to score. He does score another beta. Does he fire it? I feel like maybe you don't this
Depends if he's
time.
got Jackson down. So he didn't check that remote, right?
That's true. Check the other ones and Adonis. The fact that he hasn't already fired suggests it's not a Jackson. I mean, the thing is, he has an agenda in hand, so if he can crack it in that remote, if he fires the ABT, he might be able to get some ice on the remote, and that would do work. Because currently it's kind of inside jobbable as well. Let's not forget, this is a criminal, so. Right, so Switchblade can just, brute force his way into R&D. See an Ash, which trashes, and Turing.
So it means he can't
That'll
go back in though.
Quite well on. Well, he could go back in for 1 card. Oh no, I'm sorry, he can't because stealth. Yeah. Although he did get in for free because he has 2 silencers, 2 cloaks, so he's not even using Ghost Runner credits anymore. So he bins a sure gamble. Wow.
Yeah, that's how much money Leela has right now.
I mean,
right.
Doesn't even have that much now, but it's got enough.
This is it, right?
It's still double
the last turn of the game.
Yeah. So that's the GFI. It's got in the remote. That's got to be a Caprice next to it. So let's see. He could inside job.
So whoever
once.
scores this agenda wins the game.
Unless it's special order corroder, you could run twice. Because you've got the stealth credits to break Turing twice. You need one stealth, one real. So he's going to run R&D. Okay, he might be able to bounce that thing or win.
I hate it when that happens against Leela. Oh, it's so horrible.
Adonis, break a bay, nothing good there. He could have trashed and gone again. No, he couldn't. So now he's out stealth as well. He's got one Ghost Runner credit, so he can break Turing once.
Ooh. Is that a mistake?
So inside jobs.
So
okay.
this is...
So we see a Caprice res. Okay, so he can break with Ghost Runner and single credit. So we've got a Caprice game, but yeah, okay.
This is his only chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
So whoever wins this side game wins the game.
Yes.
So that's where we're at. A side game for the game. It's
always the way.
Happens sometimes. And that's the...
Laurie! Laurie feels like he's been shot as he gives it the GFI for Leela to win. So it always comes down to a side game. And
so Laurie made a pretty safe bet there. He was betting that Brendan either didn't have an inside job,
he was putting a lot of
corroder.
He's putting a lot of faith in that wall.
But if he does have say an inside job, which he did, he needs to win the side game, and he only gets one shot at that. So that was I think Laurie made the right decision. Any longer, and he's just not going to get in there.
Yeah, I think you throw down and get on with it. Caprice is going to save you. He didn't. So okay, let's think about this. He had water static into a Turing. So the Turing he could break with Ghost Runner or Cloak credits. That's fine.
3 times he could have got it.
He could have got in 3 times. He didn't have a corroder.
Yeah.
But let's say he had a corroder in hand. You can install run 3 times, I guess.
Yeah,
that's still pretty good
1,
with
2,
Caprice.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 leaves you.
He might have run out of
money for side games. So if you get 0,
he had a Ghost Runner if he was desperate as well. So he could.
That three times through the Turing includes using the Ghost Runner. So
yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah. So but maybe on the second run he would have won. Okay, all right, not great. Or he special order for Crowder, same thing. You run twice.
Or inside jobs and he gets 1.
Or inside job and then like special order inside job or something. I don't know.
I think Brendan did the right play.
Deja vu, same old thing. I mean,
he bet that there was a chance to score on R&D and bounce it, and that would be
Brendan checked R&D. That's good because
to bounce it, but that used up a lot of his stealth money. And then he had one shot.
You might bounce it. You're gonna win at that point, right?
He didn't have. Of course he got bounce. He was on 5 points.
Yeah, he's on 5 points. So if he saw 1 pointer, I guess. But yeah,
I suppose he knew he had inside job. He only had 1 chance to get in at it.
Getting 2 accesses from R&D seemed pretty reasonable. There'd only been 1 Jackson used, so R&D probably wasn't stuffed with agendas, but you never know.
No, it's interesting. Unlucky there for Laurie. I think he had a bit of a grind in the middle. Had a good start, and it was a bit grindy in the middle. But at the end there, he looked. He was definitely the favourite to win when that GFI went down. So
yeah, he had the pieces. He had Caprice. Caprice wins games.
And Brendan didn't have the pieces, which was he
didn't have correct.
He could have 1 access, and that's not what you need against Caprice. You need more than 1 access generally.
Yeah. Did Brendan suffer a little bit from having so much ice rezzed early? It meant his bounces. He bounced a few times in R&D, but
Leela didn't really do.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of Leela stuff there. It did bring R&D defenses down. To be fair,
if there was another sentry there, that would have been a problem. But Laurie didn't really have the money to res that ice anyway.
I think there was an itchy there at some point. So I think at some point there were 2 itches and architect on that server, and that's good anti-switchblade play. It's hard to break.
Yeah, so that's 6 self credits. So.
You do it clicks. You spend a turn getting in. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, Laurie probably did have the 5 spare to have that other itchy res as well at the end of the game. So yeah, that was a thing Leela did, but Leela wasn't super impactful. I seem whenever I install Advance against Leela, they will always find another agenda that bounces my hand. I've been on 4 points with install Advance cards against Brendan. He's on 0, and I kid you not, install Advance, he gets one out of R&D. Install Advance, he gets one out of R&D, bounce back. Install Advance, he gets one out of Dire and wins the game. And I'm like, I just give me 1 turn where I can score this agenda. Please. But no, he always seems to get there.
I had an interesting game recently where I was playing as Leela, and I won't go into details, but I've taken 4 brain damage anyway.
There's no Janet's involved.
Anyway, I'd taken a bunch of brain damage, and my opponent was playing Murder RP, so, you know, a great matchup, and was trying to... kept installing this remote, and I kept finding agendas. Bounce. I didn't know what it was, but it kept going a 3-hour remote, and I didn't want to think about it. Anyway, it turned out it was Flotic. So if I'd left it on the table for a turn, then I would have died, because I'd taken a bunch of agendas. I'd finished my turn on like 1 card. It was really tough. So that Leela bounce is pretty useful.
No, it is very useful. It didn't do a lot in that game, but it's pretty useful.
And it turns off one way to play around it is to do the thing where you score out with 1 click left, but you can't do that with 3-2s. I mean, you can't do the never advance ETF thing. So
Fast advance and never advance helps Leela.
Yes,
a lot. But Glacier is a bad matchup for her generally because you tend to flag where your agendas are anyway, so she doesn't mind. They don't mind advancing them once more, and also there's just less bounces that happen in the game. So.
Great. Okay, so next up we're going to go into the double elimination. So Brendan did make the cut.
He did. He stayed on that top table for a long time.
Laurie did not make the cut.
Didn't leave the top table, I don't think, again. Laurie didn't make the cut.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah,
no, because he was still there on the last round.
You know who else made the cut? Your friend of mine, Guy from Oxford.
He did.
Incredibly.
In the last video, he wasn't playing his...
he was not playing Jack.
Extra copycat.
Yeah.
He was playing a Guy deck still. It was his own deck.
Yeah,
but he wasn't playing extra copycat.
It was a weird deck.
Yeah, but no, he made the cut, and that was
huge
that
kudos.
His first big cut?
Yeah,
so
first
I was
cut.
really good.
And huge kudos to him for it because he brought a crazy deck and he beat there were a lot of good players there. 52 people, so
he snuck in. It was like 5 people got in on 7-3
and he had
a
good day.
Three of the 5. So
he was seed number 8, and he faced Brendan, who's seed number 1. This may surprise you. So it's Brendan we're going to see in the next video against Guy. So it's all Oxford.
An all Oxford matchup.
Reading Store Championship.
No offense, Brendan.
All Oxford.
I'm supporting Guy.
I'm supporting Guy as well.
Yeah.
So we're going to see Guy's Chaos Theory, which is weird. It's just Shaper. I mean, weird.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Whenever I see Chaos Theory, I assume weird.
Yeah.
Catherine Underwood has been making a Count Siphon Chaos Theory a thing.
Chaos.
I'm like, literally, whenever I see Chaos Theory, I'm like, I'd just be scared. Ice HQ. I don't know.
Yep, I played against that. It was tough. And Brendan's playing Sol. So Sol's had a bit of a resurgence recently.
Brendan's played a lot of Sol. He's been playing religiously.
He's been playing it non-stop since then as well, in fact. So
I've played against that Sol deck a lot of times.
It's a tough Leela game as well because it's quite glaciery. Okay, great. So Chaos Theory versus Sol.
Yep.
Bit different. That's nice. I mean, it's green versus yellow. We see a lot of that, but okay.
Yeah, it's not any escape though, is it?
This is post Most Wanted. Anything could happen.
Sol Chaos Theory.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Great. All right. So that's up next. I'm looking forward to that.
Did you targeted marketing against Chaos Theory?
Actually, it's funny. He did have targeted marketing, but these guys play a lot, so he made some actually hilarious targeted marketing calls because he knew exactly what ridiculous cards were in that deck.
Yeah, so against me, it's noise is very easy, just like Aesops, cash. Yeah, but against Chaos Theory.
Yeah, it was interesting. Great. All right. So, viewer, if you would like to see any more of our videos, you can find them all on the website, nearenagrid.co.uk. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook as well. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can find us on Patreon and make the videos better. Thank you, Joey, for helping me conversate.
Thanks very much.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.